Good evening, friends.
Evening.
Members of INTACH as well as guests and other friends who have joined. Welcome, Mr. Nichols.
Thank you. I don't know if you know exactly who I am. I'm a Ian Magnadera had actually read my thesis.
Okay. Oh, welcome. Ian is a very good friend. So, where are you based?
Actually, I live in Paris.
Okay.
I'm an American. But I finished my high school in India. I went to Woodstock.
Okay. Missouri.
In Missouri, yes. And my father worked at IIT Kanpur back in 1967, 68, 69.
Oh. Okay. So, were you a contemporary of Tom Alter?
Tom was a close friend of mine. I still see his wife when I go to Mumbai.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very sad to see him go, die because.
Very sad.
Yeah, he was when I'd come to India, I talked to him. I had dinner with him the year before he died, but after he'd had the surgery when he had his thumb removed because of the cancer.
Right.
And you know, I don't know if he knew that maybe he wouldn't, that he was still sick. He didn't say anything to me, but it was very sad to see him.
I met him a year before he died. He was in Delhi. We met just by chance. So I didn't know him, but I just went up, introduced myself. We had a nice chat. And it was very unfortunate that a year later I heard that he's gone.
He was quite, I don't know, citizen of India. He just...
Yeah, he was total Indian in that sense.
Yeah, he really was.
I think we've got full house, as much full house as we could get, I think. Today, as I had mentioned, we will have Mr. Kamal Banerjee, who's one of our enthusiastic and vibrant members, I would say. He has done a lot of work in involving the community, which is the most important thing today. Without community involvement, the heritage of the country cannot be protected because it is physically impossible. I think Mr. Ota will know that ASI tries its best to protect protected monuments, but there are thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of unprotected monuments which have nobody to look after them. And that's where the community comes in. And that is why Kamal has taken this initiative, and I'll request him to now take over.
So first of all, I must say thank you to Mr. Kapoor for his kind opportunity to speak few words on this effort which is going on for more than 5 years. This is basically an endeavor for livelihood improvement with heritage conservation of unprotected built heritage at Joypur. As Mr. Kapoor has said that there are a whole lot of things are lying unprotected, but as it is always, if we speak about somebody, please do something for this conservation, he will say, why? What is the result? Why should I do it? There is nothing good in my livelihood. So, okay, fine. It is your baby, you can carry on. So our effort was always there to make them understand from the very beginning that, well, it is your baby, and whatever services we are providing, that is for the betterment of your people. So that message was very clear from the very beginning. Now, this is the demographic map. The Joypur is a community development block that forms an administrative division in the Bishnupur subdivision in the Bankura district in the state of West Bengal with 9 blocks. And nature is quite bountiful there, and just have a small. So with this block, it has a forest area of more than 5,000 hectares comprising dense forest, popularly known as Joypur forest. And Joypur and Gokulnagar are 2 heritage-enriched localities with close proximity of the popular tourist destination Bishnupur. However, due to lack of proper information, there were very few takers. And driving through the Joypur reserve, what I said that near Stateway Highway 2, Joypur village, only 18 kilometers from the Bishnupur. So it is very close to our Calcutta and only 18 kilometers from the Bishnupur. Now, staying there is no problem. You can have good location, stay at Banorata Resort. You can have a look at it, how it is coming, and it is all green, and local people, they are serving the foods, local your dances, they are organizing all that kind of things. And in all way, it's a staying is no issue from Calcutta to there and to live a proper normal. And there is a elephant training camp. And there is another interesting place to stay. There is a the fourth floor Joypur Forest Rest House come watchtower. The entire building is the rest house, and the top there is a watchtower. Now coming to the main part of the Joypur, this Moldo dynasty that was started in Pradnupur, and 695 AD, Raghunath crowned as the first king of Moldo dynasty. He and a new calendar was established, that Mollabdo, and he was known as the Adi Mollo, and the place is known as the Mollo Bhum. For 300 years and 18 rulers, they ruled that place from Pradnupur itself. And then they shifted to Bishnupur due to its security purposes and better security, and it is surrounded by hills, so they shift from Joypur to Bishnupur. Gradually, Joypur lost its glory and principality, remained as a part of the Mollo kingdom, but it was not left barren. Two very great temples are still there. One is Gokul Chand, built by Raghunath Singh in 1643. Next by Shamchad Temple by Raghunath Singh I. And at point of time when kings and kingdoms were went away, the jamindars and landlords, they took the responsibility for the terracotta wonders. There are plenty of family-owned terracotta temples post-Mollo period. Unlike Bishnupur, temples here do not form a cluster. Instead, they dot the countryside like random missions. I'm not going, okay. Now this is the gore which it looks like that Pradnupur, how it is looking like today. Now this is the Gokul Chand temple, very famous temple built by Raghunath Singh, largest laterite temple, and it is ASI protected. Now you can have a small, how it is looking like today. And there are hall of performances. This is stone cut terracotta on laterite stone. Now this is another one. This is Shamchad temple built in 1660 by Raghunath Singh I. This is state protected, not centrally. And you will see that people are working on it for the cleaning the weeds and etc. And there are two very beautiful 9 pinnacles terracotta temples. One is Sridhar temple, that is in Depada. And the other one is, and this is the front view. This is how it is looking like now. And this is before the coloring, etc. they have done very recently during the lockdown period. Now, the doorways in the inner sanctum have colored decorations, which can be seen in its original form. Fortunately, nothing painting, etc. has taken place. It is there still as it is. And there is another one, that is Dattopara. This is also again 9 pinnacle, beautifully, profusely decorated all 3 sides. Both their temples had stories from Krishna Lila and etc. The backclay panels are intricately carved, lavishly decorated with, in some places, it's got 3-dimensional effects. And this is very interesting temple, one of its kind in the Bengal. This is Radhika Madan Mohan temple. And it has got a special mention in the Amiyo Kumar Bandopadhyay's book, Bankura Jilar Purakriti. This temple, I'm just showing you, this is the condition how before this cleaning drive was taken. This is before the cleaning drive. And this is after cleaning looking like. Just cleaning only. And this is that portion which I am talking about. This is the fresco inside. I have never seen any temple in Bengal. Still, these frescoes are visible inside the sanctum sanctorum. Then again, there is another temple in the Ashurali. Again, 5 pinnacle, beautiful terracotta plaques all around with a large figurine inside. And there is another in Kiraiboni. This is a very unique, all the place with stone temples, but it is the only place where you will find it is wooden deity. And there is another double-storied Rashmancho. And interestingly, these two temples, that is Radhika Madan Mohan and Ashurali, you will find very similarities as such, looking like the same artisans, they have made these two. Now coming to Rajogram. Rajogram is about 5 kilometers from Joypur. There are Giri Govindo temple, very beautiful terracotta temple located in the Rajogram. Presently very poor condition. Some relief works have been stolen or beyond recognition, need some protection from our side. These are the side, panels which are visible in the sideways. And Rajogram, there are many Rashmancho, and interestingly, there is a 17 pinnacle Rashmancho. This is 17 pinnacles, jumbles up of pinnacles. Now coming to Goshaipara, again, there are pinnacle, beautiful terracotta temple and Rashmancho, then Brindavanpur. And this temple has a unique brass plate. These copper plates are very uncommon in any part of the Bankura. Here is the plate is from, it's a copper plate. Now coming to the oldest temple, that is the Moyanapur Hakondo temple. Hakondo temple is in the village Moyanapur. This temple is it's a Shivite serene. Just most remarkable is the Hakondo temple standing on the bank of the tank called Hakondo Digi. It is a laterite built temple of straight contour. It had a Pithadeul once upon a time, which is fallen down. The temple, apparently fairly ancient origin, offered some notable architectural features. Nearby Kailash Sharin, a Shivite seat, which is also an ordinary hall housing large number of well-executed clay images. For years together, the same images are there. The Hakondo Digi water is treated as the holy as Ganga in the local community.